Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hawkeyes will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks offense will take the field first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
And that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get hits.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football team.
On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Parker. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Gives it on the option. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Offside.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. The Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Now on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Hawkeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new look big.
He's got it on the outside. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Still on his feet at the 45. Spacing, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. Fires it down the seam. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Buckley. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Now the pressure is on to keep pace as they start this drive trailing 21-10. They'll try the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
On 3rd down, going up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Really couldn't ask for much more than this. An early 21-10 lead on the ball. Wide open downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
That pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go now.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Here's a heat. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Points reversed. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. He's got it. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. He leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They'll line up for a second down play. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Moore to the air. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy...
He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. A strike downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Ducks will have it first and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires to the middle. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They will score! Touchdown, Oregon! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking to throw. There's the pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Touchdown, Ducks! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man. Smashes ahead. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. The give from the gun. What a cut. Now he's loose.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the grab. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quickly complete.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moore will throw. He's taking the shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page. But when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Finds his man. It's Moore. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. On target to the left. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Snags it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Wide receiver going in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
When you've already set your punt around 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting to throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Now on 1st down from the 40. Moore to the air. Slings it downfield. He makes the catch. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's going for the goal line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ducks!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Takes the handoff. It's Hansen. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No fair catches here, looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dawg.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Moore will throw. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Rides the back and leaves it. Makes it past the marker. They finally wrestle down this. But not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here we go, here we go. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hawkeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop them. The defense finally came up with a play.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Play stops the drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Takes it the other way. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Jukes his way for more.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Second down coming up.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Gonna run it. It's Buckley. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they... Up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
For the offense.
The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to